Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land in the states, plural, of New Mexico and Hawaii. This is our preview of all the properties going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, August 23rd, 2019. Before I get to that, I want to start off by saying that it seems our Hawaii experiment was a successful one this past week, based on how quickly those properties sold, both of them within 24 hours, as well as all the comments that we got on YouTube and via email, and even by phone. I was shocked. A lot of people are very thankful for the fact that we're listing land out there and who want to take advantage of it. So thank you to everybody for your feedback on that. I appreciate it. I appreciate knowing that. We will be making a concerted effort to buy more in Hawaii. We'll have a few properties going live in September, though most of the acquisitions will probably not debut on the site because these things have a general sort of lag time of a few months. Until the end of the year, start of next year. So be on the lookout for those, but we will have more coming soon. Quick thing I want to mention, one of the people who bought a Hawaii property from us ended up backing out a few days later, so we're going to be relisting that property today. I'll get to that soon. But it seems like they bought the property without consulting with family members about it, so they wanted to back out of that. So we'll be relisting that later. Anyway, with all that said, I want to thank all of our buyers from this past week. Slow week for us. Kari bought that one Hawaii property from us, and Bridget picked up a property in Taos County, so thank you to both of them for their business. And new subscribers on the channel who we want to welcome and thank for subscribing: Amanda C., Sylvester W., Brent J., and Spicer 41282. I suspect his birthday is 41282. Thank you and welcome to all of them, as well as all the people whose names I can't see. We appreciate you tuning in. So with all that said, let's get to new properties this past week. As noted, we are relisting HI 2041. Last week I meant to get a video up on that listing page. I didn't have time. So this week I have done a new video. It will be replacing this one. Whatever the case, you'll be able to learn more about that specific property there. So if you didn't get a chance to pick that lot up last week, you can buy it this week. I think it's an enviable property, not only because of the obvious reasons that it's in Hawaii and whatnot, but it's actually the way that this subdivision is platted out. You have three types of lots that three types of lots to choose from: either super skinny, thin, or super skinny, medium size, we'll call it, and then something that's more proportionally something that you can, I just think it's a more enviable property because of the proportions of it, the dimensions of the lot. So this 2041 is one of these wider lots. I encourage you guys to check that out. Anyway, we will have more information on the video here on the listing page, so at your leisure, you can review that. Anyway, new properties this week are all in Taos County. This bulk acquisition I've been yammering on about for weeks has finally come through, and we are debuting half of the properties this week, and half will be next week. So this week we're debuting all the half-acre lots, which means you can either click on this, the Tres Piedras master listing page, or you can scroll all the way down to the bottom here and start clicking through them one at a time. These are TSNM 5413A through O, Apple through Ostrich. And the notable one here, of course, is TSNM 5413M, which is actually a 1 acre lot, a combination of two adjacent half-acre lots. So just to get into this a little bit, if you come to the master page down here and click on the master spreadsheet, it'll bring up all the new lots. We don't have them enumerated yet here on the spreadsheet. That'll happen overnight. But the point is, all of these are in Unit 3. Unit 3, of course, is very close to the 64, very close to the highway. So better road conditions getting out to the property, number one. And number two, there's a lot of people actually kind of living out there. So presumably easier access to power because there's neighbors who have power out there, the ones who aren't using solar. So all of these will be going live on the website today. Of course, all the half acres are priced at $1,500. And this 1 acre property, which is the M property, will be priced at $3,000. As noted, we had a 1 acre, 2 adjacent half acres back in July. It sold in about 4 days. I was shocked it lasted even that long. This new one is, I think, in an even better location. Let me pull this up on the map here. Is in an even better location. The first one was in Unit 1, which is a little further north, maybe a little harder to get to out there. This one, however, as noticed, is pretty close to the 64, about 3/4 of a mile down here. And as you can see, the roads are pretty well carved out, and you've got neighbors out here. Actually, some what seem to be nice structures that presumably have power lines out of the property. So hooking up should theoretically not be that difficult if that's the way you want to go with it. If you're not going to choose solar, etc. And of course, the big advantage of the 1 acre property is that it is easier to build on, easier to get permits for building on, because you don't have the restrictions with septic and with the wells that you would normally have on properties that are smaller than 3/4 of an acre in New Mexico. So, blah, blah, blah. Point being, these properties are rare because, not because it's difficult to find adjacent property owners who want to sell. The trick is finding adjacent property owners who can sell, which is my way of saying there's a lot of dead people who own land in Tres Piedras. So we finally got 2 adjacent lots again, and I believe this will probably sell pretty quickly. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it, but anyway. So those are the half-acre lots premiering this week. The quarter-acre lots will all be in Unit 6. They'll be premiering next week. So things to look forward to, guys. Things to look forward to. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Check out the individual properties, and we will see you again in the next video.